Hello friends, welcome to everyone my channel S&T Power Vision. I have collected all these interview questions which I have faced or I collected from my friends and documented it here. So let's start here. So first question in Vision Plus interview is whenever you are going to apply for any interview or position, they ask like what are the work you have done, like what kind of testing, what are the module you have worked, what are the functionality you have worked. So this is always first question here. So now how you say what are the module you have mentioned in your CV or whatever functionality you say. So interview we will always frame question based on your answer. So be very alert on the first question. So whatever module you will say, interview will frame question on those modules only. Since I have already posted two video on this, so now this is third video. Now first question is what is the multiple cells here? It indicates whether each cell transaction associated with the credit plan master record generates a new credit plan segment record or is added to an existing credit plan segment record here. It has three values Y, N and I. Y means yes, add-on cells are allowed. Add subsequent cells to the same credit plan master segment record by default. N means no. Add-on cells are not allowed. Do not add subsequent cells to the same credit plan segment record. If multiple cells post on the same effective date, however, generate one credit plan segment record that includes all cells that post on the same date. I means generate a new credit plan segment record for each cell that posts on any date. Now, what is the after that? This is very important question here. What is the payment variance and payoff variance? Every if you say you have worked on the CMS, so every interviewer asks this question here. When the payment amount received is less than the payment amount requested, using the payment variance built on ARML 14, you can specify a maximum amount of or percentage then payment can be short and still be considered a full payment for the purpose of aging an account contractually. It means suppose they have set a percent of 5 or 5% or $5 and your payment amount is $100 but you have make $95 so still the system will consider as a full payment and you will not be delinquent further. And remaining 5 you can make payment in the next cycle. The payoff variance, which is also on ARML 14, is a two-part field similar to the payment variance. It indicates the maximum amount or percentage that a payment may be short and still qualify as a full payment for the purpose of waiving interest due to grace day. Now the next question here is what are the delinquency? So we can say there are three kind of delinquency: cycle due delinquency or contractual delinquency, recency delinquency, and days delinquency. The first is the more strict CD or due contractual delinquency is defined as the number of cycles that an account is past due. Cycle due the traditional method of paying customer for delinquency, maybe 30 days, 60 days, and so on. It ranges from 0 to 9. 0 means the account has zero balance and nothing due. To 9 the account has an amount that is to 10 plus days past due. Now the recency delinquency. Recency delinquency is defined as the number of cycles since the last qualifying payment on the account. Recency aging is less strict than cycle due aging because it acknowledges when the cardholder is making even a small payment in an effort to reduce the delinquency of the account. Day delinquency. Day delinquency are defined as the account cycle due, like 30 days, 60 days, and so on, plus the number of days that have elapsed since the account's last payment due date or statement here. Now, what are the various stages of charge up and its status? So, this answer of this question may vary from business to business, but this is most commonly means answer people gave here. None means zero, potential charge of 1, pending charge of 2, auto initial charge of 5, manual initial charge of 6, final charge of means 9. Now, what is the interest rate override and where do you set up? And which is the highest priority here? So we can say plan level override. You can override default interest processing at the plan level by using the interest table override field on the credit plan master record. Now account level override. To override an interest table at the account level, you can use the pricing control field and a PCT level override field on the account based segment ARMB03. You can also enter an account-based segment AR rate variance on the ARMB04. Now, the pricing control allow you to enter a new PCT ID for the account. The new PCT ID may be taken from the same processing control level as the original PCT ID or from a different processing control table at the same processing level. The PCT level override allow you to override the processing level of the original PCT ID. Third method is also rate variance on ARMB screen 04. Now, if you talk about the hierarchy, plan interest table override as the plan level having the highest priority. After that, the account-based segment page 03 pricing control and history level override. After that, third is the rate variance on the ARMB page 04. After that, the like normal residence ID or issuance ID, that is the lowest priority. So another question here in this series are how will you know out of 12 interest table which is active here? So we have to say in AR QC screen field rate table occur that indicate which one is active like its value is 1 to 12. Suppose value is 5 means out of 12 if the interest rate table is the active. Now how do you reactivate a balance batch? Balance batch suppose we have given input correctly for a given batch. Still we want to do some modification maybe amount or number of transaction and all. So first you have to go ARBC with batch control screen. You have to give the today's batch or batch effective date, batch number, and then reactivate the batch. After that, go to AR empty screen by entering the batch number and do the modification here. So that is called the batch reactivation. Now next question here is what is direct debit functionality and how do you enable it? Direct direct debit processing allow you to debit the cardholder's bank account to satisfy payment for the CMS account. Cardholders can select four from different payment options. So you can say a bit like genuine answer. Suppose I'm holding any bank credit card, maybe just at Citibank exam, Citibank credit card. At the same time, I'm also holding the Citibank saving account, so I can link my Citibank credit card to saving bank account. And every month maybe first, second, or based on our choice only, amount will be debited from my saving bank account to make the payment card automatically only. So this is called a direct debit functionality. So there we have four options here, either to make the minimum payment amount as calculated by CMS, either some fixed amount nominated by the cardholder and not tied to any fixed payment credit plans, or percentage of the account statement balance or full balance. Now all direct debit parameter is defined on the ARMB06 screen, like how to active or not, DD start date, DD expiry date, saving account number, how much amount should be debited, all are defined over there. Now next question is what is a warehouse transaction mean and where can we see it? So we can say future dated transaction. So just take an example, today is 10th, but we have given a check of 10,000, 15,000 to the bank, said oh, okay, on 20th please debit 20,000 from my account. So bank will put that check into the warehouse. So we have to say a bit genuine answer. So that comes under the warehouse transactions. Or we can also say like is we have to pay some amount on the first and today is 20th. So we have given check to the bank that okay on the first please debit this much amount from my account. So that those kind of transaction comes on the warehouse only. Now next question, how do you manually activate a card? So here CMS provide two methods of activating card. Now establish procedure so that customer is required to call a customer service center on receipt of the card. This method is typically used by bank card institution that is most widely used nowadays. Now elect to use an authorization process, notifying the salesperson through the point of sale device that cardholder identification is required. This method is typically used for private label retail institution. According to criteria and control that you set up, CMS turns the first usage indicator, current card expiry date is city flag on the embosser record ARME. Once the cardholder complies with the activation requirement, the current card expiry date is oblique ACT field is turned off, either automatically or manually, and the card is considered an active card.